don't you? Let's get another test clap. You ready?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
1, 2, 3. You can fuck me up.
It was a flam.
No, that was pretty good. That's good. Actually, I'll see the waveform. I'll see the.
Yeah.
All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chemical Vision podcast.
Up?
Okay, this is episode number 6.
Woo, 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 woo.
I'm here.
I still don't have my woo woo.
Oh, I know. That's like, guys, you need to get us on those comments so we're reminded about that. We need to get the it's the horn, right?
Yeah.
It's not,
I just saw it in a movie too. Every time I heard boo, 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 I can't do it with my mouth, otherwise I would.
Air horn. That's what it is.
Horn,
Okay.
Yeah. Well, no, but that one just goes. But there's one that goes. It's like
the stadium
sports
air horn.
thing
Yeah,
or something.
yeah.
Yeah, we need that. Anyway, yes. What's up, guys?
Yeah.
Tyler. I'm Tyler.
That's Tyler, and your interdimensional
6.
guitar wizard, Johnny Chase. I'm stoked to be back here with you guys. We got another killer episode lined up. Some new music updates, gear talk, deep dive into our creativity, and of course a little sci-fi inspired madness to go along with all the lore that we've been cooking up.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. You wanna hit us with some cue some segment number 1 music?
Let's see. All right.
What do you have here? Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
That's pretty good. All right, that's actually pretty good for what we have as the Chemical Vision updates.
Oh, the updates.
So, Tyler, all right, let's start with what's new in the Chemical Vision world. We've been busy, and I know anybody following us on socials, you can tell we've been busy.
Yeah, dude. We I don't know. I don't know how fast I'm allowed to drop. Oh, okay, I can just drop it. I get to just drop it. I didn't know if I get to. I'm like, don't let me get ahead of myself. So yeah, we've been shooting a music video.
Yep.
And we don't know what we're doing, but we know exactly what we're doing. That's what's the fun thing about it. And it's been an arduous process of editing and shooting and laughing and drinking.
By the way, trying to position this for the Baja Blast sponsorship. I know me and every other guitar player in existence, but please, I'm ready, PepsiCo. But yeah, so sorry to derail us there for a second, Tyler. I had to get into important stuff.
No, man, that's important. We need money too. Then somebody else can shoot the next video.
Right.
You know.
Well, that's why. So, funny enough, this is like not my first time shooting a music video. I know it's not your first go around this, but this is definitely my first go around trying to attack it from being
all of the things.
Yeah. Well, what do you call the filming guy? That's not the photographer. That's the
guy who actually holds the phone.
Is that what his name is?
That's the photographer. Then there's a director. And then there's like a producer.
So we have many different hats that we're having to put on for this one. I'm enjoying it because what I love about this thing is it lets us be ridiculously creative, and I love
which
just
is the biggest problem as well.
100%. And I think that's what ended up might bite us in the ass here, but we'll see if we can put it together, right?
Yeah. Hopefully we get our booties in order.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, we have a very minor treatment going on for this one. We love this song. This is definitely Tyler and I's favorite from this last set of 5.
I think it's my favorite that we've done so far.
Same here.
Yeah.
So out of that, by the way, in case anybody doesn't know, we do, all of our song and content is really done in songs of 5, sets of 5. Like we had the first 5
little albums.
Yeah, they're little album EPs. They all have stories behind them, but most of our lyrics, and I feel pretty solid about concreting this now. And correct me if I'm wrong, Tyler. We're an industrial emo band, and with lyrics about love and loss.
Yeah, pretty much. Mostly the loss side of it, but a little bit touches in on the love side because you have to talk about what you're. Yeah. Why you're so sad.
Yeah. And what's funny is I really enjoy. Funny enough, I would have kind of made fun of that lyrical content maybe back in the day as like something that I was listening to at like 15, 16.
I
right?
100% would have when I was a kid. I would have called it the words that that we don't say in 2025. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, because I think I was even listening to emo music, right? But for whatever reason, it seemed okay for those bands to be talking about that, right? And I've always been a metalhead. I know you have been as well.
Yep.
And it always seemed like the lyrics of stuff that we were listening to was like more either like stuff like Sepultura, where it was like what's the song I'm thinking about?
Biotech is Godzilla.
Yeah.
Their lyrics are gnarly, bro. It's
Yeah, I mean, it's usually like serious, and there's a lot of like
Yeah.
DE words, death and
Destruction.
decapitation.
Decapitation.
It's always like stuff like that. But interesting enough, I'm gravitating more towards the lyrics that you're writing as far as the emo side. So I'm going to go ahead and say emo is a was a shortened version of emotional,
For sure.
right?
And I think we got that tag from the person that gave us that tag.
Funny enough,
I don't remember their name
it was
right now,
it was an Italian publicist,
Yeah.
and I forget what they said. They were so on the nose with. They're like, I really love this industrial emo with, I think they said, a glitchy arcade beat, and we were like, oh,
Okay.
yeah, that's actually really cool.
we like that.
We'll go with that.
So I think for us, the reason that they probably would have said that was kind of the tone and how it was sung. So I don't know that, like, when I think of emo, I think of whiny bands. That's what I remember thinking of. We are, like Blink-182, which I hated back then. Where are you?
Well, see, I would have seen. So there were like these bands, and if anybody's watching us, they'd be doing this. I gotta take off my headphones to show you this. They were like the bands that did like this thing.
Oh, yeah,
This thing. And for everybody listening, I have my hair over my left eye. So.
Yeah. He has to show us that one because I can't do that.
Yeah, that too. But so that was like, as far as that emo is concerned, I guess it would be bands like The Used. I guess would be in that.
That's the only one I liked. Because he's the reason that I learned
great vocalist
as a vocalist. He's the reason that I like practice coming in and out of singing into screaming. You know
That's
what I mean?
another great one.
Because I feel like he was kind of on the beginning of that.
Matchbook Romance. That was another band.
Don't know that one.
Great. My eyes burn from these tears. I think so. That's all I can remember right now. But yeah,
Sounds great.
yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how it started.
I guess My Chemical Romance, aren't they considered emo?
Yeah, 100%. That's like an elder, but they call it an elder emo band.
Oh, because they're old. Because that's
So we would be considered elder emos.
you would be. I'm 25.
That's right. Yeah, me at 29, 30.
You're the old one.
Would
remember?
be
That's why your hair's so long.
That's damn straight. So I would be the elder emo of the group, and I'm okay with that title. But wrapping up, I know we were kind of in the weeds on this one.
Are we? I think we're swimming along fine, buddy.
No, you're right. So I mean, wrapping up the update, Chemical Vision update portion here. We're deep diving into that futuristic cybernetic aesthetic. And I think you guys are really love what we got coming here. Maybe look for that track here, and maybe like a couple months, maybe.
Well, yeah, we did a little bit jump our own gun because we do have one more release in between. Then we got one more little nugget for you.
We do, which is also not to shit on that one at all.
No, don't shit on our biscuits or.
We love everything we write. By the way, we write as singles, as number ones. We don't have any B-sides, so
well, yeah,
you heard it here
and none
first.
of it's ever, and yeah, but there's just some that are more fun or more catchy or something to us. I think I don't know. There's something about
it. Just this one, trust me. I think you're on the same page with me, where it's like I have a gut instinct. We're like, okay, now we're starting to get somewhere.
Yeah,
and we're really starting to find our edge. So
yeah, we like it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So now we got segment number 2. This is going to be our gear talk. All right.
Gear talk.
So, all right, gearheads, let's get into it. Tyler, so what's been on your radar lately as far as gear is concerned? I know you've been getting some of the vocal effects stuff together. What's been going on there?
Well, I just ordered a Zoom. I got this idea from you because Zoom. Zoom, help us out too.
Yeah,
another
Zoom,
shout out. Well, I don't even know yet, but we had talked about it randomly, and that their brand was coming up in the world, and since you can't bring gear back from the future, we got to work with what I got. So I don't know. For right now, I ordered the Zoom V3, which is a vocal processor, and it's got 16 effects. Or 16 different yeah, 16 different effects. So it should be pretty fun. Little toy to dink around with.
I think you're gonna like that a lot. To be honest, I enjoy your vocal effects, which typically most vocalists that do their own effects live, I hate.
Yeah, well, and sound guys hate me too when I show up with my thing. They're always like,
they do.
I've been doing it for 20 years, you know.
But here's the thing: there's
I've been
no
doing it for
way
30
a
minutes.
local sound guy. There's maybe one guy, literally one dude that I think about that can maybe pulls it off well, where he doesn't step on the band itself. You know who I'm talking about?
Yep.
We
won't shout out names.
Yeah. Which, and I
or step
love
on anybody else's.
And I love the dude that we're talking about. He's another long hair, by the way.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But anyway,
I'll circle back to that particular piece of gear in the gear corner here in a couple of episodes once it shows up, and we can really talk about it and either love it or bash it. But what you guys hear our podcast every week on is recorded on the brand Zoom, so we're already pretty happy with
the P4, the Pod 4.
The Pod 4.
Yeah, I know. I definitely love this thing, and so Zoom.
Yeah, Zoom.
That's another one. We're like, dude, maybe we're gonna stop giving these free shout outs to these guys, and we gotta wait until they actually like kick in, or we just keep begging until they.
I think we beg. I think we beg
right.
until somebody hears us.
More us. Yeah, I like that. We're not the cool guys. I like it. We gotta do more our style.
You're right. Yeah. Let's just say, hey, Zoom.
Yeah. Hey, we're here.
Because we're gonna buy it either way. So.
Yeah. Well, by the way, for me, I've been messing around with some new synth patches. I've been kind of going nuts with Serum. I love Serum. I know.
Did you get out of your Serum, but you're still shouting out to them? Serum. This is the shout out episode.
Yeah, this is a shout out episode.
Shout out Serum.
Yeah, and I know a bunch of guys are gonna think I'm super lame for using Serum almost exclusively. I just love.
There's too many to choose from. If you get one that you like, just roll with it.
Yeah, I mean, I can probably get it with any outboard gear, but I just think Serum sounds great. It's a great price for you can do so much with it. There's like honestly nothing I haven't been able to do with it, and that's what makes me love it. And it kind of works flawlessly anytime I hook up a MIDI controller with it. So I've never had that kind of an issue.
Connection issues and stuff.
Yeah, because right now, big thing for me, especially with our music, is blending these like kind of organic texture and noises that maybe make some kind of rhythm. And blending that in with some like synth phrases,
right?
That's kind of my sweet spot right now. I'm loving that kind of stuff.
Yep. Agree.
But yeah, so
although it is fun, I've been messing around with that analog keyboard.
Oh, that's right, man,
and it's pretty fun.
I love that. I love that piece.
It's like a new old school. I can't remember the name of it right now. It's got a funny name.
Aria Light or Aria Lab.
Aria Lab. I think that's
maybe I'm just making
that
it
brand.
up.
Something along that sounds right for the brand, but it has a funny name for like whatever. It's
really cool.
It's really cool.
It's like
at my house.
I like that. It has a lot of those analog features on it. Excuse me. I like a Moog.
Yeah.
Something like that, that's again a Moog's like one of my favorites. But if we were to have something like that, a Moog and all this other stuff. It just takes so much work with like analog synths to get them really, and that's where the art is. That's really where I feel like the art should be.
Yeah.
I'm just not that good when it comes to that, so I kind of gotta like mess with the presets, look at a couple tutorials. Like I want something that sounds like yada yada yada, and then I'll just kind of tweak knobs till I'm happy.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, it's pretty. There's a lot of knobs. There's a lot of knobs on those.
All right, so we'll take it to segment 3.
I hit the wrong one. Well, hey.
That worked. Creative zone, pushing boundaries.
I don't know about pushing boundaries, man. Oh. Well, how? Oh, you want me to?
Yeah.
You want me to talk about boundaries?
Yeah, creative blocks. How do you deal with creative blocks, and like what is part of your process of like dialing it in?
Mine is just alcohol. Sadly,
for all the kids out there.
For the kids, yeah, kids, you just go and you just drink a little bit, and when you say it's blocked, I'll go, and then my brain always goes, but usually I don't have the blocks. I don't. What about you?
The blocks sometimes it's just part of it, but it's a steady. It's just like you gotta keep coming to the altar every day. That's really all it is. Blocks or no blocks, it's just you gotta come put in the time.
I think that's really it. I used to. I mean, I do remember. I don't mean to say it like that. I used to remember times when I would like totally feel. Well, I guess there's times now where like I'll sit down and then I'll work on something. And then I'll just be able to know right away. I'm like, oh, well, this is shit. But like the idea, usually it's in the performance. Like some days the performance just isn't behind the idea, and so I like to marinate on things a little bit sometimes. You know what I mean? And like if you hit that block, it's like still get the idea down.
Yeah.
And then that way, when you go back to it the next time, either hopefully. If you still like the idea, a lot of times I'm like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've definitely been there.
Yeah. That happened to, I think, a couple nights ago. I was like, oh, I'm going to go do something. And then I like was messing with it and I hit play. I'm like, nope.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think the part of it is you just got to put in a steady time. So even if it's like that, it's not the most fruitful session.
Right.
I think
just put it in the session.
Even those sessions, set you up for like where the next one or even the one after that is going to be like, oh man,
well, you already know what you don't want.
Yeah, because
you found that out on the first one.
Like we talked about equilibrium. I think when it comes to stuff like that, when I get to those sessions, those kind of write themselves really quick. I'm not having to put a whole lot of like. Well, I mean, yes, but like I'm not really having it working into place. Like at that point, like the song's telling me exactly where it needs to go, and it's just kind of going. It's cycling itself into place, and then by the time I show you guys, I'm like, yep, okay, this is the way this animal looks. You know, the way I would describe my songwriting is like, if I was going to have a kind of visual representation, is like, you're hunting for an animal, okay, this exotic animal. You know nothing about it. Okay, you know nothing about what kind of animal this thing is. Okay, you don't know if it's got scales, fur, regular skin, nothing.
Right.
You know nothing about what it's going to look like, but you do have an idea of what it's not. And that's where you're going from. Because you have like it'll start with an initial idea, and I'll get a good maybe initial outline of what it is.
Yeah.
But the details, okay, that's what I gotta keep like coming back to the altar for, and be like, all right, where's this, and then then it'll flush itself out.
Yeah, I think that's how it goes. And then the more we do this specifically, I think that's why the equilibrium has become like the pivotal song for us or whatever, because everything is like we've all gotten used to it and we all kind of know what we're doing. It's like a I don't know the word I'm looking for.
I know exactly what you're talking about. It's like a
train, man. It's going.
It's a formula in our process.
It's going.
We're definitely dialing that in.
Dialing in that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, and there's not really. I mean, to be honest, I think too many people get caught up. I don't really have any more notes about this, but as I'm trying to set this back up, something that I do want to reiterate to everybody is the fact of like, don't get so caught up in trying to get past the writing block. Don't get caught up in the minutia and like all the theory of like writing and everything else. Just write, just put it out there, even if it sounds like shit. You need to always get through those periods, and I think any amount of writing, any amount of time, is really what's going to make the difference in your writing. There's no quick and easy hack, and yet there's probably guys that are like super talented and it comes easy to them, but don't get caught up in all the BS.
Yeah,
I don't know why I felt the need to put that out there for any songwriters, but
yeah. Well, songwriting is just like learning an instrument, or like learning how to paint, or learning how to be a good baseball player, or riding skateboards, or whatever. You know what I mean? Just the time and practice, and practice, and then obviously there's going to be the guy that picks it up and is like instantly good at it. You know, and you're like, what? And then it's like, man, I practiced for my whole life, and I'm not as good as that person. And that's just the way that it is. Some people are better in this and that. Yeah, you just got to roll. And same thing with the writing music, I think. Yeah, like you said, you just keep doing it. And then sometimes you write awesome songs. Sometimes you write things that aren't so awesome, and then you don't show those to anybody.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah, because I mean that's the thing. You're not writing to write an awesome song. I think that's what people forget. Yeah, that's what we want to do eventually, but like I'm writing because I'm a songwriter, like,
right,
and like really, if I boil it down to it, that's what I do. I just like to write. I like to write songs, and I write songs. So I think if you're coming from it from really any other standpoint, I don't think it's going to work for you.
True. Yeah. Then it's where it comes. Yeah. It comes from the heart and it comes natural. And
you can force things and do it like the K-pop stars where they have like these buildings where they're just working on the hooks, and then they have another. I do love me some K-pop. Right. Well, and they have another building where they're just working on verses. Right. And then they have one other building that just works on the bridge and like the turnarounds. Yeah. So then they take the best of all those
mathematical equation.
And I mean, listen, they found success doing it. In my mind, I think there's maybe some there's maybe some argument for some degradation of like soul and art in there, but who knows? I mean, I would love to have them probably coach me on like the business of music, but I think as far as art is concerned, that's not the kind of art that I think appeals to myself.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah. No, it's
anyway,
just catchy.
that's old man Johnny. Yeah. With my bullshit soapbox here. So, let's asshole. That was pretty good actually. Because now it's gonna be stuck in my head. All right, here we go for segment 4. Tex-Mex.
Oh, Tex-Mex.
Yeah. For anybody, for a first-time listener, this is not TEXMEX. This is TECHSMECHS. All right, this is Tex-Mex. This is where we rank our favorite pieces of 21st technology because these mechs that we've brought from the future are always interfacing with new 21st technology and telling us what they love and what they hate. Yeah, that's right. Most annoyingly,
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So what do we got? What do these dumbasses say today?
So actually, today, what I would like this is actually more instead of them. I mean, Sub did have some bullshit in here, but we might just skip over what he had to say.
Okay, well I'm not.
I'm gonna say innovations that I've seen that I'm actually really impressed with. That's been catching my eyes is quantum computing.
Excuse me.
Quantum computing.
Okay.
All right. Have you seen that whole thing about like? I mean, it's crazy that
quantum physics computers. Wait, what?
Is
this the 12th dimension?
Now it's gonna like so quickly show how much I don't know about this.
I was gonna say you can't just shout those kind of fucking words.
I'm like computer, quantum. No, but seriously, so quantum computing, it's this very powerful computer, and I think this is going on. This Google computer that's now computing way past. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up.
Go ahead, keep talking.
That's computing. Did some kind of equation that would have taken the rest of the time for the universe to be alive for it to solve, and it did it in 10 minutes. Oh. And it's probably because there's a theory that it's basically, and I know this is not news for anybody because everybody's probably read this online months ago, but that it was that quantum computers probably interfacing with other quantum computers and other realities, other universes, and that's how it was able to get the answers so quickly.
Okay. Well, that makes what I think that's cool going on. Like, I was gonna be like, dude, VR's getting really out of control.
So no, that was actually where I was gonna go. Like, that's where I was gonna go second. By the way, is like, what if we are creating the next universe with our version of VR?
I was gonna say, so that really is like Player One. Like, it's like everything's all.
Oh, they already have that because they have haptic feedback suits and. I mean, it's going to get intense where it's going to be Matrix style, where they're going to IV you all the nutrients you need, and you're going to be hooked up to some kind of catheter and shit. Yeah. And then your brain is going to be the VR equipment, and they're just going to take the waste out of you here and pump in the nutrients.
But what's the advantage of doing that? What's the advantage of?
You get to create any life you want. you can live any life you want. It's like the Matrix.
So the advantage is for you. You would be a consumer, and you would pay for that then.
Or yeah, I
Is that what you're
think
saying?
that's what people do. I mean, the Matrix was more like everybody's born into this like hell where they're controlled in it, right? But I think people are going to sign.
But
I
they
think
didn't
people are
know. But nobody knew.
Yeah, but I think this in real life, people are going to sign up for it. They're going to be like, "Fuck this! I hate."
Sort of like Severance. Shout out Severance.
Shout out Severance.
If you guys want to put us on your show,
Oh yeah.
let us make your music.
Well, yeah, actually, I'm totally down for that. I'll do it half the price at whoever's
that's
whoever's
right.
doing it now. I'll totally undercut them.
I actually did a cover. I don't think I played it for you. I did one of my friends. Actually, shout out one of our listeners, Cassandra, Kansas City. She one night challenged me. She was like, "You should write some vocals over the Severance theme." I was like, "All right."
Yeah,
I had a couple of drinks, and so it was like it was fun. So of course, then I went and wrote some emo, crying about ex-girlfriends. It's just easy, It's just easy to cry about them.
He drinks ginger ale, guys. That's what he's talking about drinking. Is ginger ale and Sprite.
Yeah, no, there's no Sprite. Just
no
ginger
Sprite.
ale.
Just ginger ale and soda water.
Straight ginger ale.
Straight ginger ale and soda water.
Get down.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm totally on point with what you're thinking about.
What kids are you talking to?
Well, I forgot to tell you guys, our demographic is starting to move into the under 18. So
so we can't swear anymore. Talk about beer.
we can swear. I just I want to facilitate a little bit of the positivity with the young generation.
It's positively fun to drink ginger ale, kids.
That's what I'm saying. See the Family Guy Tyler jumping in here. Yeah. All right. On that note, we're gonna go into fifth segment, which is sci-fi soundscape. Oh, nice. Always love the one. That one reminds me of the Y-Files every time, which I love. But
okay,
this is new segment. All right. So we're gonna explore. This is gonna be going in each new episode. Explore a sci-fi concept and its connection to music. All right. So
dope.
Yeah. All right. So today's theme is sound design in cyberpunk worlds. Okay. And this is like stuff like Ghost in the Shell, Blade Runner, Deus Ex, and Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah,
I know. The super nerd movies, but specifically, I'm talking about Blade Runner. This is a lot. Is
original or new or both?
Probably more. So as far as the soundscape, probably original, but definitely also the new one. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Hans Zimmer was on the new one. No,
that part I don't remember. I really enjoyed the new one though.
He was also in Ryan Gosling too, and
the Gooseling.
Yeah, and my dude.
Shout out the Gooseling.
Yeah. And also, come on, Harrison Ford.
Oh, Harrison Ford.
My dude.
Shout out Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Red Hulk.
Yeah, awesome. And also, Ana de Armas.
Oh, shout out.
God bless.
But she's one of those ones that, like, every time I look at her, I'm like, you're so pretty. Every other guy, even guys that like guys are like,
absolutely,
she's so pretty, and it's like, how could that be really hard to have her as your girlfriend?
Oh yeah, no, I think we're those kind of guys where it's like she's almost like she goes hot where she goes almost backwards on the scale. She comes back around to scale where you're like
she's a 16.
Yeah, because she's a 16, she has to go back to a scale, but she's like a 5 or 4, but really she's a 14 or 15 on the scale. Because she has to go back, we have so much to deal with. It's a 4 or 5.
I got
Man, I'm digging myself a grave right now. I should have just walked out of this one earlier.
Shout out Anna.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I feel like I'm gonna have to regret that one day.
If you want to sponsor me, us.
Yeah, if you want to sponsor, please. We're definitely ready. But speaking of the music, that movie in general, it's a big influence on Chemical Vision. For a lot of people to know aesthetically and kind of maybe some with like the synthwave vibe. And the
artwork.
Yeah, and a lot of the synth work and stuff that's in there, I love it. I'm a huge fan of all that like '80s, that retro '80s kind of stuff. I don't know. I've always loved it. Blade Runner was, to me, I loved what people were thinking the future was going to be, this like dystopian style kind of thing. But I think all of us who like the cyberpunk aesthetic, and I think that's where a lot of it was brought to the main public. I think everybody would agree like that's kind of what would started most of it. And that's what we loved most.
Yeah.
And then going into the games and different stuff like that, which was awesome. But specifically the Blade Runner soundscape too. Oh yeah, and just the synth, the dun, 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 in the back, all that stuff. I loved it. It's just cinematic stuff,
Yeah.
So how about you?
For what? Which movie?
Like just like futuristic, like of what you could think about, like cyberpunk movies. Like they're kind of like soundtrack, like, and how like the soundscape, how the kind of cyberpunk world and maybe some of that influenced music in general.
I can't. What's the movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's from the future? That's Total Recall.
Oh yeah, no, you mean Terminator, and then.
No, I meant Total Recall.
Yeah.
Like he's.
I love that movie.
It's in the future, right? Like, and it's kind of.
Yep.
A dystopian. I don't recall the soundtrack.
They're on Mars.
Though. What's that?
They're on Mars.
I remember the three boobs more so.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about that great scene. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, this is your jam. To be honest, because like when I think of soundtracks that resonate with me, it's ones that had had like
sci-fi ones.
Well, whether they were sci-fi or not, like I think they were. It was more when like I appreciated the soundtracks when the bands wrote the song specifically for that movie. And I think that was what kind of
gotcha.
So you know what I mean. So like I
Young
appreciate
Guns
those movies that you're talking about,
stuff.
but I think unless I really went back and watched Blade Runner, I remember that it's all futuristic, so obviously it had some synthy stuff. But you're like the dun dun. I'm like, yeah.
Well, it's just like
I don't remember
just like the ambience, some of the pads. Like what I think is what it is. Like it made a lot of like genre defining stuff,
right?
Like the pads and some of the bass and all that.
Then I would say my epic movie is Space Odyssey, dude. Because when I watch Space Odyssey, it has some of the most, and it's not really synth; it's more orchestral. But
that's a great one. That of course that's a great one. That's what a lot of there was talking. The conspiracy theory said that one's based on real
stuff with the monolith. It's a weird movie, but that one the music is very impactful for what's happening in the movie itself. You know what I mean? Like And when I saw the movie way after I had ever heard all those songs, so I finally figured them all out. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I didn't know that one. Oh, I didn't know that was from this. I didn't know that was from.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, I didn't think about that.
So yeah, that.
All right,
that's
all right. That's a good one to round that one up on.
And I feel like now I want to go back and watch Blade Runner and like pay attention.
Oh, 100%. Well, that's everybody's homework. Go back and watch the original Blade Runner and study the soundtrack.
And listen to the soundtrack.
Right.
And then you will know Johnny's secrets.
Yeah, then you know my secrets.
They all lie in a 1972 film with Harrison Ford.
Yeah, 1980 something.
84.
I
don't know. I'm just throwing around.
So it was definitely 80 something, because definitely not 74. 70. He was in Star Wars in 77. Raiders of the Lost Ark in 79, 80 or 81 for Temple, and then 81 for or 80 or 81 for Empire Strikes Back, and 83 for Return of the Jedi.
You might be artistic.
I think so. You're probably right.
You're Harrison Ford.
Yeah, if you get to any of my like special interests, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, do you have like 2 hours? Because I'm just gonna railroad you with all this stuff.
He's not wrong. He's not lying.
Well, on that note, guys, that flew by. Another solid episode in the books.
Oh, that's the episode? I thought it was the segment. Sorry.
So nice. But be sure to follow us on all socials. Check out the latest single. We have Artificial still out there. We got a new one coming here in a few weeks. And then, of course, Equilibrium a little while after that.
Reach out too if you want to hear us talk about some stuff, or or if you want anything in particular from this band. You know what I mean? That within reason. Not our money. We don't want you to reach out for our money, you know, like some ads or something. But you know what I mean. Like if you have questions or comments or things, please reach out. We like that, and then we'll shout you out next time, because this was the shout out episode.
Yeah, the shout out episode.
Maybe next time you'll be the shout out.
Yeah, maybe you'll be next time. Be shout out. Shout out Cass, by the way, and we know you're watching. We appreciate you.
Shout out. We already shouted her.
Oh,
she got 2.
Well, we just had to give her like a second. Yeah.
You get 2.
But anyway, listen, guys, if you dig the podcast, drop us a rating, share it with your friends. Let us know what you want to hear next. We'll catch you in the next one. Keep dreaming, keep the vision. I'm Johnny Chase.
I'm Tyler.
We'll catch you guys next time.